Okay, so I hope you have gone through the two of the problems of the clutch plate which I have sent already, and you may be gone through the notations used, the formula used for the design of clutches. So today again we'll go for a couple of problems on a design of clutches. So just see the problem here. What it says: determine the power transmitted by a single pair plate clutch. So single pair means I equal to 1. Single pair plate clutch assuming uniform pressure distribution. So again he has given the theory. What theory you have to assume? Uniform pressure distribution. Friction surface have outside diameter D2 350 mm, D1 inner diameter 280 mm. Friction coefficient mu equal to 0.25. Maximum allowable pressure P equal to 0.85 MPa. So what we need to calculate here, we have to calculate the power N. So you know the relation for power is what? Mt equal to 9550 1000 into a capital N by small n. So to calculate Mt, we have to calculate FA dm, then we can substitute here. So first, as he said, we have to assume uniform pressure condition. Fa equal to pi p d2 square minus d1 square divided by 4. Substituting that, we get 29440.65 Newton. Then for uniform pressure condition, mean diameter is given by 2 by 3 d2 cube minus d1 cube divided by d2 square minus d1 square. Substituting the values, we'll get 316.3 mm. Then the torque transmitted by one pair of friction. So that means one active surface I equal to 1. Then Mt equal to 1 by 2 mu into Fa into dm into I. I is 1, so he has not written that. So substitute value here 1 by 2, mu is 0.25, Fa 29440.65, dm 316.3, you get a 1164009.7 Newton mm. Then so torque equation is given by Mt equal to 9550 1000 capital N by small n. So since the speed of the driving shaft is not given, so we can assume N equal to 1000 rpm. So if you make assumption and substitute the values, you will get power as a 121.9 kilowatt. So in this case, what you need to assume here, sometime in case the speed is not given, assume speed as a 1000 rpm. Okay, so the problems are very simple. Next we'll go for a other problem. So this is one of the very important problem appeared a lot of times in the exam. So here now we got a multi-plate. Still now you're solving single plate. Now you got a multi-plate disc clutch. The radial width of the frictional material is to be 0.2 of maximum radius. The friction coefficient mu equal to 0.25. The clutch is to transmit 60 kilowatt power n. Speed small n 3000 rpm. Its maximum diameter is 250 mm, so that is d2. Axial force is limited to 600 Newton, that is Fa. Determine the driving disc and driven disc, means he is asking the I1 and I2. Mean unit pressure on each contact surface P is asking, and assume uniform air theory. So the first line is very important here when you solve the problem. What it says, multi-plate disc clutch radial width of the friction material is 0.2 of maximum radius. What is radial width? Radial width is nothing but the difference between outside radius minus inside radius, that is R2 minus R1. And what is maximum radius? The maximum radius is what? R2. So he has given a relation here. You can see the sketch. The radial width B is 0.2 times the R2 maximum radius. So B equal to, see here, B equal to R2 minus R1. What is B? B is given as 0.2 R2. So 0.2 R2, substitute in place of B, and R2 minus R1. So how much you got here? R1 equal to 100 mm. Then diameter 200 mm. So this way you have to calculate R1 as well as D1. So that's why I said this problem is one of the important appeared in the exam lot of times. Then Next we'll calculate the number of disk I1, I2. For that, now we'll go for first parameter, the torque transmitted 9550 1000 into capital N by small n. Substituting that, we'll get 191,000 Newton mm. Then, as he said, assume a uniform wear condition. Mean diameter is 1 by 2 d1 plus d2, so we'll get 225 mm. Torque transmitted, one more relation to find I value now, because we know Fa, we know dm. So mt equal to 1 by 2 mu Fa dm into I. So 19130 1 by 2 into 0.25 600 into 225 into I. So I equal to, you got 11.32. So what he said, always you should select even number of plates. So that's why number of active surfaces I equal to 12. You can see in bracket I must be an even number. You got 13 point something, you go for 14. You got a 9 point something, you should go for what, 10. So always should be a even number. Now the number of disc on driving shaft I1, the number of disc on a driving shaft I1 equal to I by 2. So I equal to 12 by 2 6. Also you can see from the equation 19.94. Next, the number of disc on a driven shaft. So what is that? I2 equal to I by 2 plus I. So 12 by 2 plus 1 equals how much? 7. So this is what the number of disc on a driven shaft. Now, so we'll find based on this I1, based on this I will calculate also the mean pressure acting on the clutch plate. So Fa equal to 1 by 2 pi p dm d2 minus d1. So substituting that, we'll get a p equal to 0.034 Newton per mm square. So this one, this pressure is without considering the I. So if you consider the I, then again how to determine what should be the Fa value for given I. Then what he done here, 2mt divided by mu I dm. So that why he has rewritten the equation. What is that equation? Mt equal to 1 by 2 mu Fa dm into I. So Fa he found 565.92 Newton per mm square based on I it is. Then how much you got here? P again doing the same as done just above. Fa equal to 1 by 2 pi p dm d2 minus d1. So Fa substitute here 565 in place of 600. So in that case p equal to 0.032 Newton per mm square. So what I need to understand here, the first pressure is without considering the I, the second pressure is what, with considering the I, that is the number of clutch plates. Okay, now we'll go for the third problem. Again, this is a very important problem appeared in the exam. Just go through it. A multiple plate clutch has a steel on branch is to transmit 8 kilowatt at 1440 revolution per minute. So power is given 8 kilowatt, speed as 1440 revolution per minute rpm. The inner diameter of the contact is 80 mm d1. The outer diameter of the contact is 140 mm d2. The clutch operates in oil with expected coefficient friction mu equal to 0.1. Allowable pressure 0.35. P equal to, assume uniform wear theory, determine the following. What is asking? Number of steel and bronze plates, axial force required, actual maximum pressure, then average pressure. So here we need to understand which will be the driving plate and which will be the driven plate. So as I said in the theory, the driving shaft or plate rotating with a constant speed. Always the driven shaft or driven plate come or move to the driving shaft. So what is said first line, you read it. We have to identify based on that which will be driving, which will be driven. A multi-plate clutch has steel on branch. So he has placed steel on the branch. So that means what, branch will be the driving and steel will be the driven. Okay, so steel will be considered as a driven plates and bronze will be considered the driving plates. So I1 equal to bronze, I2 equal to steel. So now using these parameters we have to calculate I1, I2 just as you done for a earlier problem. Now, so what do we do here? So we'll calculate the FA based on the uniform wear theory. FA equal to 1 by 2 pi p d1 into bracket d2 minus d1. So substituting that, we'll get a FA value 2636.9 something. Then for uniform wear theory, mean diameter dm equal to 1 by 2 d1 plus d2 we get as a 110 mm. Then torque transmitted, because all the parameters is given here. So torque transmitted based on power 9550 1000 n by n. So we'll get 53055.556 Newton mm. Substituting that in a torque equation which having the I value, so we got mt equal to 1 by 2 mu fa dm into I. So I equal to how much? 3.65. So we should take the even numbers. So the number of active surfaces I equal to 4. Then number of disc on driving. So as I said, steel on bronze. So steel move to the bronze. So bronze is a driving, steel is a driven. So driving bronze is a I1, I by 2, 4 by 2 it is a 2. The number of driven disc that is a steel plates I2, that's equal to I by 2 plus 1. So 4 by 2 plus 1 is a 3. So next, so this way we found I1 as well as I2. Next, the axial force required based on the I value. So above what we calculated without considering the I value, in the below we'll calculate axial force based on the I value, then the pressure. So axial force based on the I, Fa equal to 2 mt divided by mu I dm. So rewriting that equation, mt equal to 1 by 2 mu Fa dmi. So rewriting that, so Fa you got equation 2 mt by mu I dm, substitute will get 2411.62 Newton. Then we calculate the pressure, maximum pressure Fa equal to 1 by 2 pi p d1 into bracket d2 minus d1. So what you got here, pressure P value, again this is what based on the I value. Fa you calculate here I value, and next pressure P is also what based on the I value. So just what you calculate above, 2411.62 1 by 2 pi p 80 into 140 minus 80. So P equal to what? 0.32. Again as we done in the earlier problem, this P is what based on the I value, number of active surfaces. In the above, what we calculated based on the pressure. Now the average pressure, how we calculate? So Fa equal to 1 by 2 pi p dm into bracket d2 minus d1. So this P, what we used here, Fa 2638. So this is what based on without considering the what you say, without considering the I value. So here you got average pressure P equal to 2545 Newton per mm square. If you considering the I value, again you can write here Fa equal to 1 by 2 pi p dm into bracket d2 minus d1. So based on the I, so P equal P, how much you calculate average here, 24.2411.62 equals to 1 by 2 pi p 110 into bracket 140 minus 80. So P equal to 0.32326 Newton per square. So just to go through these problems, these three problems, very simple problems are there. So in the next class we'll see some more problems. Okay, so take data notebook, use a calculator and solve these one by one. You feel it's very simple problems, design of clutches, 10 marks. Okay, so in the next class we'll take some more problems, we'll finish the design of clutches. Okay, thank you.